elected Elon Musk.
Elon Musk gives $250 million to elect Donald Trump. Yes. And Donald Trump turns over the keys to the United States government to Elon Musk.
What kind of country is this man turning our country into?
Ago amaloboozi ga bannansi ba Amerika era nga si basanyufu eri Donald Trump. Donald Trump kasokedde ng'alayira era nga bwe yawera nga tannaba kubeera ng'alayizibwa nga kyajja wangula akalulu, muganda bwange yatandikirawo okuluma era omusinde tuguwulira eno n'ensi za Afrika n'okutuuka okubeera nga yeewera ebitongole munnange biggaddwa. Naye waliwo omuntu eyambuuzizza nti naye wano Uganda nga tetulina abo abantu be bazza, mwatugamba bagenda kubeera nga babazza bannayuganda. Muganda wange obujulizi weebuli era be bazizzaayo babazizzaayo kubanga si Uganda yokka gye yeewerera okubeera nga azzaayo be bayita ba illegal immigrants oba abayingira mu ggwanga eri Amerika mu bukyamu. Naye nga sinaba kubeera nga nkuwa amaloboozi g'abantu n'ebintu kwegamba already ebiranze okubeera nga benyegenya ensi mu bukulembeze bwa Donald Trump mu ntandikwa. Ekisooka kye yagamba okutandikirako bannansi ba Amerika bagamba nti ali mu kulandukira ku birala, naye kye yagamba okutandikirako ddala okubeera ng'akomya olutalo lwa Ukraine tannaba kubeera ng'akituukiriza.
Don't forget Trump's first bullshit promise when he said, "Soon as I take office, the Ukraine war will be over. It'll be over. I'll settle it soon as I take off. Probably before I take office, it'll be settled. The whole thing will be settled. Only I can do it. The great Trump has spoken."
Naye nga mu kuzzaayo emabega mu kwewerera okutondotono Donald Trump bye yayogera mu bimu kuba tetusobola kubeera nga tubimalayo, yeewerera ebintu ebiwererako ddala. Sooka owulire Donald Trump ate olulala oluvannyuma tugende mu maaso tulabe wa waatuuse mu kunyegenya ensi mu ngeri y'okuba nti nno munnange alinga akola oba ekitakolebwangako kubanga bagamba nti emyaka 200 tewabaddeewo mukulembeze wa Amerika yenna yali akoze Donald Trump kyakoze oba bintu byakola essaawa eno ebinyegenyeza ensi n'okuvaako abantu munnange okubeera nga bamwekokkola abamu nga bamuwagira.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. I will be deporting all the Ghanaians who are living in my country, even if you have a green card. America is not your father's house, and I will make sure Nana Akufo-Addo is arrested for destroying Ghana economy. How much money do we pay those countries in foreign aid? Sir, we pay them $750 million. It's a lot, you know, not big compared to what some countries get, stupidly. But we pay them $750 million. I said, please inform them that starting tomorrow morning, they are not getting any more foreign aid. So about an hour after we informed them, I got a call from all three of them, but separate. And they said, sir, there seems to be a problem, a misunderstanding. I said, yeah, there is. For 10 years, 15 years, you wouldn't take these people that you send back, and they send them. Don't kid yourself. They don't want them in their country. They send them up in the caravan. You wouldn't take them back, right? And they said, no, that's not my understanding, but we would be very happy to talk. I said, here's the story. If you don't take them back, you'll never see anything from the United States in terms of foreign aid. Nothing.
Hillside View Apartments kyekifo ekitegekeddwa obulungi eri gwe wenna eyandyetaaze okubaako w'opangisa okusula okumala ennaku engere. Ekifo kino kirimu buli kimu, oba oyinza okugamba kiri fully furnished. Kirina free wifi, parking nga ziddala ate nga ya bwereere. Apartments zino zizimbiddwa ku mulembe, anti munnange bw'ogipangisa obeera ng'ali mu makaago, tolina kiweetaaga kwetikka kutwala, oyagala kwefumbira buli kimu mwekiri. Ate nga ne ba caretakers babaawo okuweereza. Security y'amaanyi emisana n'ekiro. Kifo kisirifu ekiyinza okuwa emirembe okuwummuliramu ate nga n'omulirwano gwa buvunaanyizibwa. Hillside View Apartments zisangibwa ku kyalo Janyi ku Kyaki. Gwe munnange ava ku Entebbe Airport ovugirawo eddakiika 25 zokka olubotuuka ekitende Kajjansi, n'ovugirawo eddakiika 8 zokka okutuuka ku Hillside View Apartments. Bw'oba ova Kampala ovugirawo eddakiika 25 zokka, ate gwe munnange ava e Munyonyo Kinyana Mpindi kubanga eddakiika 10 zokka. Emiwendo gikkirizika ate nga gyakuteesa. Kuba ku 0704 13 19 99 oba 0770 71 887 98. Ku nsonga y'okudipootinga oba okuzzaayo abantu abayingira mu ggwanga erya Amerika mu bukyamu, Trump muganda wange alina bw'atuuse gwe tudda unaini weebuuza. Eggwanga erya India muganda wange lyalozezzaako dda n'amawanga amalala, era eno bakuteeka ku mpingu. Bakuteeka ku mpingu ne bakuteeka mu nnyonyi y'amagye, ne bakuzzaayo. Tisanyusiza nnyo bantu, naye bwe kityo munnange bwe kiri. Kakati ensi nnyingi nnyo era abantu bagenda okuddizibwayo bo bangi, era program egendera ddala mu maaso. Era munnaye gwe ampuliriza, Pakistan bali 706 abagenda okubeera nga baddizibwayo. India 18,000, ate Venezuela 20,013. Bwe tugenda mu ggwanga erya Haiti 3,12,000, ate China 3,800, Brazil 3,805, eggwanga erya El Salvador 20,400, Mexico 25,200, ate bwe tugenda ku ggwanga erya Guatemala 25,134, eggwanga erya Honduras 26,000, bwe tugenda ku ggwanga erya Colombia 1,405, eggwanga erya Bangladesh 1,223, eggwanga erya Nepal 908, ate Germany 1,407, South Korea 82, Egypt 64, Philippines 1,707, Morocco 1,402, Russia 5,600, Kenya 703. Tewali kutaliza.
Bino basoose kubimpa nno munnaaye ne sitabiwa matu mpaka olwaleero Daily Mail olw'ebifulumizza mu mpapula. Bannayuganda 309 bakomawo wano e Uganda ku butaka okuva mu ggwanga erya Amerika. Nga bw'olaba Dubai bwekyatalinga flight n'ekomyawo bannayuganda, kati ne Amerika ekintu system yemu yakitandise. Kati nate byo bi flight byekozesa bino bi flight by'amagye bakusiba enjegere emikono n'amagulu nga n'okweyamba tosobola ne bakuyingiza kichata flight munaye ne bakomyawo. Okuva Trump lwe yasayininga executive orders ng'agenda kukola kye bayita mass deportation ku bantu abali mu US illegally oba nga bakyaliko asylum ng'empapula zaabwe tezinnabeera approved oba nga bayingirayo mu bwebba nga bakozesagana amawanga agaliraanyeewo okuyita ku mazzi nga zi Mexico, simanya Guatemala, simanya Havana eyo mu Cuba. Wakola overstay tourist oba visit visa yaggwako, yonna twala tugende.
Ekirala Trump yakomezza eky'abantu abazaaliddwa mu Amerika, buli azaaliddwa mu Amerika okubeera Omumerika. Yafulumiza ekiragiro ku ekyo. Enkola ebaddewo nti mpinga ne bwogenda kukyala mu Amerika n'ozaalirayo omwana aba mu Amerika. Kati Trump agamba nti ekyo kirina okukoma. Mu kiragiro kyaga nti singa omuntu abeera mu Amerika mu bumenyi bw'amateeka, unlawfully present in the United States, tasobola kuzaala mu Amerika okujjako oyinza okubeera nga gw'ozaddemu ye Mumerika. Naye bwe kiba nga mwenna temuli Bamerika
ate nga ne mu Amerika muliyo mu
bumenyi bw'amateeka, oyo tagenda kubeera Mumerika. Jjukira abantu bangi badde atuuka okuzaala n'agakanga nenzaalire mu Amerika. Abachina abo babadde babikozesa nnyo. Kati Trump agambye ekyo kikafuuwe. Ate era mu kiragiro kye kimu n'agamba n'oyo aliyo mu mateeka naye nga kaseera kagere naye tajja kuzaala mu Amerika.
Trump mujjukira bulungi nnyo mu biseera ebya campaign erinnya erya Elon Musk lyayogerwako era nga ono naggagga yamuwola ssente nnyingi nnyo nzaalwa ye South Africa, yamuwola ssente nnyingi nnyo nga ziri eyo mu $1 million 200 n'omusobyo. Trump ng'amaze okuwangula akalulu bw'atyo diiru ndowooza ze baakutula n'omusajja ono ezijojobya ensi yonna bwe muvudde n'okubeera nga aggalawo ekitebe ekya USAID era nga ekyo kikosezza ensi yonna. Na wano mu Uganda mubadde muwulira ku mikutu nga boogera ekitongole ekyo ekikwatagana ekitongole ekyo ekigaba obuyambi eri ababundabunda ne mu bintu ebirala bingi nnyo. Kati ne bannansi b'Amerika munnange okuggalawo ekitebe kyakyo kitegeeza kiba kibakosezza nnyo era ge maloboozi ago nga bwe ngenda okubeera nga ngakuwaawo. Naye nga tetunaba kubeera nga tutunula mu nsonga zino, kati soke tulabe Elon yaani, Elon Musk yaani, ate ne Trump yavaawa.
This is Donald Trump's parents. His mother, Marianne, was an immigrant from Scotland. Now, Donald Trump believes that, quote, immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. So the question is, in any circumstances, could he be right? This is Donald's first wife, an immigrant, Ivana, who, according to the FBI, her Immigration and Naturalization Service file was, quote, fraught with inconsistencies regarding dates of residence, schooling, and employments. Anyway, Donald Trump and Ivana produced these three knuckleheads. Then Donnie Boy's third wife, another immigrant, Melania, who somehow got into America on, get this, an Einstein visa, which is reserved for people who are professionally acclaimed in their field. Think Pulitzer, Oscar, and Olympic winners, as well as respected academic researchers. But Melania is a woman who posed nude, plagiarized Michelle Obama, and complained how onerous it was to put out the White House Christmas decorations. And then they produced Barron. Hopefully Barron will disprove the theory that the apple never falls far from the tree. Anyway, in conclusion, the question is, have the immigrants related to Donnie Boy poisoned the blood of our country? What do you think?
Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. His childhood was far from ordinary. Raised by a mother who was a model and dietitian and a father who was an engineer, young Elon quickly learned the value of intellect, but also the power of imagination. At just 10 years old, Musk had already developed a deep passion for technology. By 12, he taught himself how to code, and then, get this, he created and sold a video game called Blastar for $500. Yes, you heard that right, $500. Back then, that was like selling your first iPhone app, but for a 12-year-old kid, it was a big deal. But Elon's ambitions couldn't be contained in Pretoria. At 17, he left South Africa and moved to Canada, not to escape his past, but to shape his future in the land of endless possibilities, the United States. After 2 years at Queen's University, Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned degrees in both economics and physics. But even at this prestigious school, he was already thinking bigger than his textbooks. His mind was constantly in the future. By 1995, Elon was itching to break out. He dropped out of a Stanford PhD program after just 2 days. Why? Because he had bigger plans.
Ekinyizizza ennyo Abamerika, Trump kwekokobaana ne mukwano gwe oyo Elon Musk munnange bwe batyo ne baggala ekitebe ekya USAID era nga bannansi ba Amerika bamwolekeza ebigambo ebikaawo era nga n'ensonga lwaki akigadde. Muganda wange ogenda kuba ozitegeera mu butambi bw'engendo okubeera nga nkulekerayo era ndowooza nze kankusibulire wano kankulekereyo obutambi obwo.
Sebo naggaga Elon Musk yeekobanye ne Trump ne baggalawo edikoota za USAID mu Amerika nga bagamba kino ekitongole kyali kirungi naye kati kijjuddemu abalalu bangi kyetaaga okuggibwawo. Abamerika banyiivu bagamba tebamanyiyo branch ya gavumenti gye bayita Elon Musk naye ne bategeeza Elon Musk oba dictator bwe abutwale mu kampani ye gye bayita Tesla wabula abugye mu gavumenti yaabwe. Okumanya Elon Musk si musajja mwangu. Ekitongole kyali mu shutting down kirina abakozi abasoba mu 1,000 ng'ekitongole kino kyennyini kyamuwako $1 million okulaunchinga Starlink mu Ukraine. Kati nolowooza entabwe eva kuki? Entabwe eva ku bakozi ba Elon Musk mu Doge Department okugezaako ku accessinga files ezimu mu USAID system ne bagaanibwa. Ensonga eyabagaanyisa baali tebatuuka ku security level ebakkiriza ku accessinga files ezo. Olwabagaana bwe batyo ku accessinga files zino babagambirawo tugenda contactinga Federal Marshal ate wayise mmeka nga bagigadde.
This is why Elon Musk is shutting down USAID. Something insane is happening in Washington. USAID, the agency managing billions in foreign aid, is being shut down overnight, and Elon Musk is at the center of it. But here's what no one is talking about. Shutting down USAID could free up billions in unspent government funds, and now that money is up for grabs. It started when Musk's secretive Doge team stormed USAID's offices demanding access to classified files. Security officials blocked them. By morning, those officials were fired, employees were locked out, and the agency's website mysteriously disappeared. Then Musk went live and declared, "We're shutting it down." The official excuse? USAID is corrupt and beyond repair. But insiders say there's more to the story. With USAID dissolved, billions that were meant for foreign aid suddenly have no destination. Who decides where it goes now? The Trump administration, and Musk is closer to that money than ever. Critics say this isn't just a government shakeup. It's a calculated move that could shift massive amounts of power and funding. Who benefits the most and what happens next?
It is really a sad day in America. We are witnessing a constitutional crisis. We talked about Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one, and here we are. This is what the beginning of dictatorship looks like. When you gut the Constitution and you install yourself as the sole power, that is how dictators are made. What Trump and Elon and all of their cronies are trying to do is take away the constitutional power of Congress. We get to decide. We have the power of the purse. We get to decide where money is allocated, and it's the executive's power to make sure that that money gets to where it needs to get. When we talk about civil servants being let go, what we are talking about is not saving money. It's essentially saying they can get paid while they're home and their work doesn't get done on behalf of the American people. It is us, taxpayers, who are being ripped off. It is us, taxpayers, who are not getting the resources that we paid into. So I ask the American people, do you want people at home and getting a paycheck and not providing services to you? The answer is no. Do you want the executive making the only decisions in this country, or do you want the elected representatives that you sent to Washington making those policies? I am exceptionally upset about USAID. I lived in a refugee camp for 4 years as a child surviving civil war. It is the essential programs that USAID provided that kept my family and I fed and safe. It is the resources that so many people around the world rely on. And it is our soft power. Oftentimes, people interact with our country through the military. That does not create love for us, and it certainly does not keep us safe. When the world When the world interacts with Americans through programs that provide essential need, they get to see the heart and compassion of the American people. When someone is struggling because their bridge broke down, when USAID comes in and helps fix that bridge, that creates goodwill for the American people. When people are dying of malaria and there is medication through USAID, that creates goodwill for the American people. When people are fleeing and they need just a little bit of food and USAID is there to provide that, that creates goodwill for the American people. Privileged billionaires who don't give a damn about America and Americans should not be making decisions that put Americans at harm. And a billionaire that hasn't been vetted, has not gone through confirmation, has not been elected by the American people, who we still do not understand what in the world he's doing, should not be telling American employees that they cannot access the building they work at. What kind of country is this man turning our country into? What kind of country are we becoming? It is embarrassing to read the headlines about free America, where one man is walking around like he is the boss of all of us, and we don't know who put him in charge. And it is time for us to put an end to that.
You mean to tell me a man worth over $400 billion is going to decide what happens with my grandma's Social Security check?
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing, and yet Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
When we open up the Senate every single morning, we don't pledge allegiance to the billionaires. We don't pledge allegiance to Elon Musk. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America. And so I want to make sure that my mother gets her Social Security check, not because she pledges allegiance to Elon, but because she pledges allegiance to the United States of America.
This is the most corrupt bargain we've ever seen in American history. Elon Musk gives $250 million to elect Donald Trump. And Donald Trump turns over the keys to the United States government to Elon Musk and his billionaire friends and his cronies. Are we going to let that stand? No. Hell no, we're not going to let that stand.
We know who we work for. We know that we work for the American people. And what we're not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they trying to pull right now. We